All right, y'all. So we need to have a quick discussion about this. There is a lot of gloom and doom. Even I was talking about it over DANCHRO ending its PlayStation app situation. Now, I'll be completely honest here, and I'm going to open up with this. Ever since they've dropped this app, we were all hyped for this. This is awesome, right? Oh my God, there's a PlayStation app. Oh, it's amazing, right? That PlayStation app has been abysmal. It has been so bad. I really wanted them to produce something awesome and something that we would all love and cherish. And oh, it's gonna be such a big moment for the Danmachi community. No, it's kind of just been trash. Sorry, it has. It's been a just travesty. Um, from the implementation to the glitches to everything about this has been so incredibly bad. And I wanted so much more for us and for the Danmachi community. So here's the thing. We found out yesterday that they are ending their service here on the PlayStation app itself. We'll kind of center this a little bit on the screen so you guys can see a little bit better. In fact, I can kind of move this over here a little bit. Yeah, I'll make things a little more visible. There you go. So here's the deal, guys. Number one, the PlayStation app is not going away today. That's actually going to be happening in September. September, they're going to just completely can it. So you do have a little bit of time. It's not done yet. Now, from this point going forward, they're not publishing any updates. It is whatever's broke is broke. Sorry, which is like everything. It sucks. Um, so they're just kind of like so initially when we saw this, it felt like major gloom and doom, but the honest answer here is after I gave this a lot of thought, there's been so much of a hassle with this version of the game that I wouldn't be surprised if they were just like it's more trouble than it's worth. I honestly think they would have done better if they dropped a Nintendo Switch version. Personally, that's me. I think a PlayStation version was a mistake, but it is what it is. Um, in fact, if they really want to like throw some new life into the game, they would drop a Switch version with the new Nintendo Switch 2 coming out in June. I've talked a lot about that on my other channel. If you guys want to check out my Pokemon channel, they're always like, just go to all my channels. Check out all my channels. They're all there. I put them all on the front page. Um, but nevertheless, a little self plugging aside, subscribe, stay up to date, blah blah blah. Yeah, also, guys, if you can't tell, I'm on the road. So if things look different, sound different, and all that, that's because I'm recording through my Saiyan Scouter. So, nevertheless, let's talk about this. So, publication is done. They're through with it. There will be a maintenance at the end of July that is going to kind of bottle cap all this. And at that point, there will be no more sales. You will not be able to buy Sealess in the store whatsoever. Things are done. Okay. Um, Distribution of the game basically is going to be done at the end of September. So you have from now until September 29th to even enjoy the game, which is cool. Like at least they gave us some warning on that. Then you will be able to any like unpaid seal or paid CLS that you didn't use or anything like that. Any of that kind of stuff, like anything you need a refund for, you can actually like uh you could basically like request a refund through the PlayStation Store through the end of October. Once November hits, that's it. Like October 29th, not even like 2 days before the end of October, whatever. October 29th is the cutoff for requesting refunds, and then refunds will be given to you guys in November. So that kind of is what it is. That's the long and the short of this whole situation. Why it's happening, I honestly feel like it's most likely just because of how bad the implementation has been, how hard it's been for them to keep up to date on everything. Does this mean that the other versions of the game are closing? It absolutely does not. Okay. I know initially when we saw this, things looked bad. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys. A lot of us that have been playing Dan Mimo, we had Dan Mimo in the United States for 6 years. Um, Asia and all that only had it like for like 5, and Japan had it for 7. So, we had that game for a good amount of time. 6 to 7 years is a long time for a gotcha game. Anime-based gachas, like on average, only last 2, 3, 4 years tops. Um, Exceptions to that would be like Dokkan Battle. We played a lot of Dokkan Battle on this channel back in the day, and now it has its own channel. That game's been going on for 10 years, but it's also Dragon Ball. Like Dragon Ball is a franchise that will sustain that. Treasure Cruise, One Piece is another franchise that can sustain that. These those huge you know top three IPs are always going to sustain. Like you will have a fan base that will play that game until the end of the earth, right? It is what it is. Um, I hate to say it, but Danmachi's not on that level. Danmachi is not like that, quad S tier, like Dragon Ball level of fame. It just is not. Um, yeah, say what you will, it be what it be. Fight me in the comments. Sorry, you're wrong. Love the franchise, but you're just wrong. It is unfortunately not there. Wish it were. I got to be realistic. So I digress. I don't think the mobile app is going anywhere. I don't think the PC app is going anywhere. Those will be the last to go. Now, the good news here is we will know months ahead of time. With Dan Mimo, we knew like a year ahead of time. And the people that are saying Dan Mimo ended because Amori didn't want to write anything more for it, yes, but no. Remember, they hit the end of the anime at the time, and there was going to be like 2 years before more anime was released. The production schedule on Danmachi is just so crazy, and we are coming up to the end of the mainline story. So if they wanted to release more Danmachi, it would all be like side stories. It'd all be that. They kind of came to the culmination of that. They ended big with as far as he had written in Sword Oratoria. So essentially, they came up to like an impasse point. The option was either let that game just kind of like float for 2 years, 3 years, whatever it took to get a little tiny bit more story, or Amori would have to go full time just writing side story material when he's also working on Wistoria and the Damachi light novels and things like that, and writing for the new games. That wasn't going to be a thing. So yes, but no. The reality is Dan Mimo just kind of ran its cycle. I think it could have gone further. I think fans would have accepted a lot more, but I just don't think it was realistic to produce more. That'd be a thing. Donker, on the other hand, um, I have differing opinions on. Donker could have gone a lot further. I just feel like it's held back a lot by ridiculous decisions on the part of the devs. But those are arguments for another day. I mean, look how bad Abyssal is right now. It's broken, and it got worse. They updated it and made it worse. So we'll talk about all that here soon. Um, Dankro will make it to the second anniversary. That is confirmed. Will it make it to the third anniversary? We'll find out more soon. But at least we know now that if they are planning to close things, we will know with a lot of leeway. So let's not, you know, let's not start, playing taps for the game quite yet. Let's get to the second anniversary. Let's see how the second anniversary is, and then we can finally like make a decision on what's going on. Now, will this affect how I've been spending money in the game? No, because I honestly haven't been spending that much money in the game anyway. I've had other responsibilities and things going on. So for me, I'm not entirely free to play, but I am definitely not wailing the way I did in Dan Mimo, and I probably never will be. Special things will happen, anniversaries will happen, other events will happen. But the dry spell apparently is coming to an end. We've had some information from data miners. I don't have anything specific to talk to you guys about right at the moment, but we do know the dry spell is coming to an end in the next, I want to say 48 hours, maybe even 24 hours. We might have something tonight, if not tomorrow, and we'll talk about that. But at the moment, it be what it be, guys. I do finally have a story episode going up today, later on this afternoon, so stay tuned for that. Part two of that I will upload probably on Saturday, and then we will actually work on the archival project for this going forward. So the archive is coming. I am now going to fast track that just because there is a lot that we need to archive, and we don't know how much time we have, and I don't want to wait until like with Dan Mimo, it's a panic moment. So I'm gonna get on top of that ASAP, and I've been working on that little by little. I know you guys want reactions and things like that, but the nice part is once everything is archived, we can react afterwards. In fact, I still owe you guys some reactions and some of the big projects that I promised with Dan Mimo that I've not been able to produce because of my schedule. We're gonna get on that. So things are coming, but it just is gonna take a little bit of time. But that's my schedule. We'll see what happens. Anyway, guys, I've ranted long enough. We have 6 months ish. We have approximately half a year before the PlayStation version is gone. But between now and then, the PC version, the mobile version, they will still be around. If you guys are on the PlayStation version, you want to continue to play it, it plays great on a potato. I will tell you that. No, that's actually not true. Um, my phone struggles with it, and I have a Note 10 Plus, which is actually pretty aged at this point. But you can get some of the older Samsung like 22 series pretty surprisingly cheap. I bought a few just for their cameras, about $200 on the open market. Just if you want to continue to play it, it's not a terrible investment. Um, I would love to see them do a Switch version, but I just think honestly that I think at this point we can kiss off any idea of there being another console version. Um, People ask about Full and Water Light. I will not be uploading the story at this point in time. I don't think it's a good idea. I would rather you guys go buy the game and enjoy the game. Um, but go buy the physical copies from Japan. They work. You guys saw me streaming it the other night. I highly recommend it. And keep a physical copy around because physical copies are going to become a rare commodity very soon with the Switch pricing going up to like $90 a game. So, you know, that be what it be. Um, and that's gonna become as soon as Nintendo does that, that's gonna become the norm for PlayStation and Xbox, and I would be shocked if Steam didn't follow suit. So there you guys go. Those are my thoughts. Know what you guys think. If you want to hear my hot take on game prices, go check out the Professor Pilk channel. I ranted on that for several minutes longer than I expected to, but that's a discussion for another time. Like, share, comment. See you guys again real soon for more DANCHRO.